Do you get the sense that the EU is pleased with the progress that it's seen so far?
No, I think I'd be right to say on behalf of the European governments that we're not satisfied with the progress that has been made so far. However, we'll continue in the talks. They are ongoing. The European side is led by Michel Barnier, the British side by David Davis, and we will allow those talks to continue. We hope that more progress can be made and that progress will be sufficient when we meet in October to allow the talks to continue to the next phase. But to date, the progress has not been sufficient. And
on particular topics, where would you say there is the most frustration on the lack of progress?
I'd like to say that there are three main areas. When it comes to citizens' rights, we think somebody who is Italian or Polish or French who's been living in London for years, working hard, paying taxes, should be allowed to stay there. And equally, we believe that people who are British who maybe have started new lives in Spain or Italy should be allowed to stay there too. We don't yet have a full agreement on that. We're also keen to know what will happen with family members, for example, who want to relocate and live with their loved ones. There's no agreement yet on the amount of money that Britain will pay. It does have outstanding legal obligations, for example, pensions paid to European civil servants, many of whom are British, for example. And then also on Ireland, there has been some progress. We're satisfied that we're going to keep the common travel area, that British and Irish citizens will be able to move freely between the two islands, work, live, access health education in each other's countries as we do now. And I'm also very reassured with the ongoing commitment by the UK government to the peace process in Northern Ireland and continuing to fund peace building measures in Northern Ireland. But an area that I feel very strongly about is that there shouldn't be a trade border on the island of Ireland, and we don't yet have sufficient progress on that.
So on that note, let's say that the UK doesn't get the kind of trade deal that it wants with the EU. How concerned are you that they end up saying, okay, we're going to put in a hard border between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland?
Well, I suppose where we're confused and puzzled is very much at the premise of your question. What trade agreement does the United Kingdom want with the European Union? At the moment, they have the best trade deal possible. The best one imaginable, which is a customs union and access to the single European market and the European Economic Area. What they've seemed to be suggesting all along, really for the last 14 months now, is that they want to have all the advantages of being in the EU, but none of the responsibilities and costs. And that's not a realistic position. So we're waiting to see what they would like to see. And one thing that really strikes me being here in Canada, a month from today, CETA, the Canadian-European Trade Agreement, will come into force. When Britain leaves the European Union, it's not only leaving the European Union, it's leaving all of those trade agreements that Europe has made with countries like Canada, with countries like Japan, with countries like South Korea. So it's not yet clear to us what are these better deals that the British government really wants from Europe and from other countries. And I think some more clarity in that area would be very helpful.